Welcome everybody. My name is Dominique Barbie and I am super excited to be here because we love helping people win. One of my affirmations is I love sharing my business because I love helping people win. And I truly feel that it is a gift for people. Like today on the phone, before I go over anything, I got a random call today and I didn't know who it was. And I'm like, hello, who's this? And they were like, well, I need some help with this situation. And this and this and that. I'm like, well, who are you? He said he was a part of this system, right? And he said that he was receiving $500. He didn't know what to do, right? And I was just like, really? And he was like, yes. He said, I've been receiving all these payments. He received almost $2,000. But that wasn't the crazy part. The crazy part was that he said that he was homeless. He said, I'm the one who was homeless. And about a week or two ago, my friend George, who I invited to this, he told me that it was a guy. He said he needed the money to, do something to make some money. And he said he was homeless. And we kind of was like, is he really homeless or is he lying? Because, sometimes those people on the street, some of them are just con artists, not everybody. So we didn't know, but we were just like, let's just give him a chance because what if he is? So lo and behold, he's making all this money. And I said, do you got Cash App? He said, no, I don't have Cash App. I've been homeless and I finally have somewhere to stay now. And I finally have, some food and I got myself a computer. And he said, I couldn't believe it, all because of the Miracle System and the No More Bills platform, okay? So I was just like, wow, that is whoa. Like I've heard stories before, but I've never seen it like in a situation where I saw it myself. I was just like, wow. So I was like, you really were homeless? He said, yes, I was sleeping on under bridges and everything. He said bugs were crawling over him every night. And when he said that, I knew he was for real because, that he was so descriptive and what he was saying, I was just like, oh my gosh. He said, this has just been a blessing to me. And I know I can get to $10,000 and be able to help my family and this and that. So it was just so amazing to hear that story. And there's stories every day like that happening with this system. And it's crazy because we did not think that it would grow this big or people would respond this well to it, but it has been. The reason this is happening why a homeless guy, come on now, can do this is because of the Miracle System and the No More Bill, the Bill Relief Program, okay? Now, if you don't know who I am, I said before, my name is Dominique Barbie. And I have been marketing online for about 5 years. I have been burned, I have been scorned, I have struggled, I have failed. I have been through a lot of the things that, a lot of people go through when they first start marketing. And what they don't tell you is that it is not what you think it is. It's definitely different. If you don't have a blueprint, okay, if you don't know step by step what to do on a daily basis, you can easily look up and a year has passed and you've never made money. You can look up and 2 years have passed and you haven't made money. So what I'm about to show you today is real, is blessing people, and it's absolutely amazing. I just had my biggest month in my entire career because of this system. And many people on the line right now have had their biggest month, or they've had their breakthroughs, or they've had different experiences that have absolutely changed their life. I have Estella on here. I'm gonna bring her on real quick before I go over the presentation. I met Estella. Are you on here, Estella, before I start talking about you? Because I wanted to talk about Stella real quick. Because when I met Estella, I did not know who she was. She messaged me out of the blue. And she basically said that, we were flooding in Houston, okay? And I said, we're leaving to Dallas because it was the water was starting to get above the lights, okay? And she said she lived in Houston. I didn't know her. I said, you need to leave. She couldn't get out in time. So she was stuck in the flood and she had to put her food in the pool area in the water, okay? Oh, here you go right here, hold on. Hey, Melvin. Hey. Okay, gotcha. Can you say hey to everybody real quick? I just was telling your story. I know you said you're humble. Somebody messaged me. They said I don't see the guy in the group who's the homeless guy. Said you're humble. You really don't want to be Seen, I didn't say what your name was, but can you just talk to them real quick? I'm on the Zoom right now. I was just talking about you because I was so excited for you. Can you say a little bit? Just say what happened. Here, I'm putting you on speakerphone right now. Here he is, right here. Say hey. Say hey. I'm not gonna say.
Hello, everyone.
Can you tell them a little bit what you went through? Because some people don't believe it's true.
God bless each and every one of you. Yes, I was homeless about 3 weeks ago, and then I found this, came into this program, and a short time later, $1,700, and we're on our way to much, much more. So it can be done. I was just going to the library. I didn't even have a computer. I had to go to the library every day to try and get the message out to people. I didn't even have a decent phone to use to call anyone. So this is absolutely possible. And if I can do it, anybody can do this. So God bless each and every one of you, and let's get it done.
Yes, thank you so much. A lot of people are very happy that it's not a coincidence that you called me right when we were on here. But some people didn't believe that could happen for a homeless guy. And you told me you had bugs crawling on you at night? Is that true?
Oh, my goodness. I had to go, some people saw me walking with a bag over my shoulder, and people were stopping and handing me money.
Wow.
So I had to go get some raid. I can't raid and take it with me to keep the bugs off of me at night. So it's not easy for me to tell this story, but
I understand. Yeah. Well.
So God bless each and every one of y'all, and if I can do it, you can do it. I know I had a desperate situation where I had to get out of this trouble quickly, but it can happen for you all.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to call you after this Zoom so we can make sure your people get situated. And congratulations, what you had a $300, $500 day today, right?
I don't know. I'll stop counting that 500.
He said stop counting that 500, y'all. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Okay, I'll talk to you later. I'll call you after the Zoom. Okay. I didn't plan that. I didn't. He called me today. I didn't know who he was. I didn't even know that he was doing the system. So I just want to share that with you guys. That's not a coincidence that he called me right on the Zoom, because he said, no, I don't want to do a video. I said, can you do a video? Because that will help a lot of people. And he said, no, I don't want to do a video. I don't want to really show people who I am. I just want to be low key. I just want to get out of my situation. And I was just like, wow, you can help so many people. People need to hear your story. And so we got him. We got him on video. I'm recording this too. So yes, let me get back to it. So what our main goal here is to basically help people who want to help themselves. We can't help people who don't want to help themselves. And it's just something we can't do. It's impossible to help a person who doesn't want to help themselves. And I had to learn the hard way. I wanted to help everybody and do this and do that, but most of the times I got drained because the people weren't willing to do anything for their situation. A question for you, does anybody know what prosperity means? Okay, prosperity, okay, is basically having success and plenty of what you need and want, okay? That's what prosperity is. But you have to make that decision to go into that realm, okay? And that's what I had to do, because I was broke. I was almost homeless too, but I have 3 children, okay? And as you heard his story, he said he had to go buy Raid spray so the bugs wouldn't come on him. He was literally, he couldn't even tell his story. I can hear him. He was like choking up. And that's crazy. There's so many people struggling right now, and they don't know that this system can help them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, guys, and I'm going to let you guys know that, you know, we're real people just wanting to help people, and we want you to win, okay? But you have to want to win too, okay? That's the first step. So let me get to sharing this screen. Where is it? Okay, let me make sure I have this right here. I gotta figure out how to share this. Hold on, y'all. Share. There it is. All right, so hopefully you can share my screen. See my screen, and I'm gonna go from the beginning. So what if you had no more monthly bills, guys, and the ability to earn $10,000 per week or more simply by turning your bills into banks that bring you cash flow? What if you can eliminate taxes? Now, I always ask everybody, who here has a phone? And I want you to look at your contacts. How many people in your phone love bills, wake up, call the bill collectors to say, hey, can you please double my bills? I love them so much. How many people do you know who don't love bills? Instead of people complaining, it's time to do something about it. So we decided to do something about it, and we backed it up with the actual product that can actually help you change your life, okay? Now, the next step is we want to help you get your rent or mortgage payment cut down to $0 in the next 14 to 30 days or less. It's basically a new bill relief program. And I want to ask you, how does that feel if you just all of a sudden you woke up and you saw nothing but prosperity? You didn't have to worry about bills. You didn't have to worry about a mortgage. You had a group of people working together with you, helping you reach your goals. Super, super powerful. Now, after watching this presentation, you will be fully prepared to get in position to earn $3,000 to $40,000 within the next 14 to 30 days, okay? Hold on, let me make sure. Yes. Oh, wow, good job, Joyce. Yes. No, Janice, I don't think he was pimped in. He actually was on the streets. He was asking for money. He paid his way, okay? He was on the street. He was asking for money every day. He said people was giving him money, like, so he could try to do something, but hey, but you know, we're gonna show you how to get $3,000 to $40,000 within the next 14 to 30 days. And I think a reason why he was so successful, because when you're sick and tired of being sick or tired, and you have a vehicle to take you to the next level, and then you go hard by any means necessary, he had the mindset, if I don't do what I need to do, I can die. Okay, most people are so comfortable that they don't do everything within their power. Okay, they don't do everything in their power in their situation, and then they point the finger at their husband, their wife, the kids, everybody except the person in the mirror. Okay, but he decided, hey, I have this amazing system, and I am going to get out of my situation. So I'm so happy for him. So how is this possible? Okay, the first step, you need to have a burning desire to eliminate bills or get out of your situation or just create more money. There's actually a millionaire in this program, guys. He's a multi-millionaire. I'm not gonna mention his name, and he does it. So it doesn't matter if you don't have money, if you're middle class, if you're upper class, if you're a multi-millionaire, it does not matter, okay? Everybody can use extra income, okay? So step 2, get in position and create a bank designated toward eliminating that expense. And then you want to let us help you, okay? Let us help you in a team of like-minded people help you reach your goals, okay? Now, you always want to know that what you focus on grows. So once you're in a position, you will be on your way to generating wealth and becoming free from the government's slave network, okay? We do that by adding you to a special rotator that is specifically set up with our system, okay? And it helps you eliminate all of your bills and all of your monthly fees, okay? Right? The next step is we're going to go over the banks. Okay, so let me get you acquainted with the terminology. The terminology as far as a bank, okay, is basically like a product package. Okay, the product package is basically designed to help you eliminate, number 1, your home expenses, number 2, your taxes, number 3, your car expenses, your family and fun. Okay, we're gonna help you get the wardrobe you want, go on a cruise, go on vacation, unlimited vacation. How many of you would like unlimited vacations, and you don't have to ask your boss to go on vacation? You can just up and go to a vacation because you have enough income coming in to do whatever you want. right? You can do whatever you want. Now we're going to help you set up your health insurance, your life insurance, your entrepreneurial needs. I don't know how many entrepreneurs we have on here, but if you are an entrepreneur, just type of one. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a boss, just type of one. If you're a leader, type of one. And another question I want to ask you is this. Who believes that they are the first millionaire of their family? Who believes that?
Me.
Who? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Who believes that?
She ain't by herself.
Me.
You can
Me.
unmute your line and say, me, I'm the first millionaire of my family. I'm so happy.
I'm the first millionaire
I'm
of
the
my
first
family.
millionaire
I'm
of
a
my
millionaire.
Me.
I'm so happy and grateful
Yeah,
that I'm
that's
the
right.
first millionaire in the family.
Yes. How about this one? I'm so happy and grateful now that my yearly income has become my monthly income. Yes. That's what we are all about. We speak our realities into existence. And I need to tell some people have literally set a vow to poverty. Okay. I don't know if you heard this story. Oh my gosh. It was a story. A huge flood came. And this lady was sitting on the top of a building. Okay. She was saying, Lord, please save me. Save me. Bring one of your angels to come down here and save me. And then the man with a boat came and he was like, hey, get on the boat. I got a boat. I can take you to the next shelter. She said, no, I'm waiting on God. I got this. I'm waiting on my sign. And she's praying. She's like, Lord, give me a sign. I need you to come get your angels and get me out of this situation. Save me from this flood. And then somebody came with a raft and they said, hey, lady, I got this raft. You need to come on this raft. I know where the shelter is. Let's get on this raft. Right? And she's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. My God, he's coming. He saved me. No, I'm good. And then the third time, she's like, Lord, what are you doing? I'm waiting for my breakthrough. I'm waiting for you to come and get me off this thing. Get me off here. And then the Navy Federal people come down and they like, hey, lady, get on this, get on the little, I don't know what it's called, the helicopter thing. And I'm going to get you out of here. She's like, no, you can go. I'll wait. And then all she knows is she wake up in heaven and she's like, Lord, why you didn't save me? He said, I sent you a boat. I sent you a raft. Lady, I sent you a helicopter. What is wrong with you? She was just like feeling stupid because he kept sending it to people. That's a lot of people these days. They keep getting blessed with the right people, the right resources, and then they are not equipped. They're not prepared to even receive it by the time it shows up in their life. And then they keep on praying for a breakthrough. They keep saying, please help me, Lord. And then he's just looking down like, I gave you everything you need and everything you don't have. I keep sending you people to help you with the situation. But you're too busy looking over here, over there. You're stuck at the job. You can't even pay attention. You're so distracted. Okay? I believe that's what this is. And that's why it's called the miracle system, because we're creating miracles. I've never seen so many people have so much success. $1,000 days, $5,000 days. It's just like, yes, I know, right? Yeah, I know that's right. So it's a it's a bird's eye view of $20,000 to $40,000 per month in income. And this is another funny story. I'm gonna tell you. One of my friends, Daryl, he called me. He said he was trying to help this lady. She was a really, really religious lady. She said, no, I don't do some of these things. I'm skeptical, this and that. He said, lady, I mean, just give me your email. I can just send you the information. She said, no, I don't give people my email. But finally, she ended up getting on one of the group in a webinar. She said, oh my gosh, I need to do this. This sounds so amazing. I know I was skeptical at first, but this sounds like one of the best things I ever saw. He was just laughing because that never happened to him before. Anything. And there was another friend of mine, she told her friend about it, and he was like, no, I gotta talk to my wife and this and that. And we both were just laughing. We just like, he'll be back. She messaged me, she said, he'll be back. But it didn't matter because we were making money regardless. We're helping people regardless.
Everybody mute out because I'm struggling to hear because there's so many people with background noise. Everybody mute out.
Okay, I just muted it. Thank you. Yeah, so that happened. It was just so funny because with this, it's like it doesn't matter whether people join or not. Honestly, most of the members are really doing it as a gift to help other people. So if they deny the gift, we get the gift back. So we happy regardless, right? So here's a bird's eye view of the Miracle System Power Rotator. And the reason it looks like this is because your sponsor makes sure that you are successful. The reason they want to make sure that you are successful is because when you're successful, they're successful, okay? So we want to help you get anywhere from $500, $1,000, $20,000, $40,000 per month, and we want to end poverty for good. We're sick and tired of it. We don't want any parts of it. And I'm tired of people living a life that is less than what they are worth. I believe that we are all the highest form of creation, and I say that all the time because I really truly believe that. And people are meant to have dominion over everything, over the birds, over the trees, over everything. But somewhere in the middle, people have forgotten, okay, who they are. I don't know who it was, but somebody, they just forgot. So let me go to the next one. So we are putting an end to bills and taxes for all. What I want to do is I'm going to show you a quick video, okay? It's going to help you get a better understanding of it, okay? I actually just uploaded it to my YouTube channel today. One of the members made this video, okay? And it's all on my YouTube channel now. I'm going to pull it up for you guys. It's really cool. It's really short. And hold on, let me pull it up for you. All right, it's going to give you a quick overview of how it works. Well, I don't know if it's on here, so you know what? I am going to, hold on one second. I'm going to pull it up in here. 1 second. It's really, really simple once you get it, guys, and it's really, really powerful. I don't think even this video can do it justice because it's so many people who come on and they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know it was this powerful. So let me go to the video. You guys, let me know if you can hear it. I hope I do this right, and I hope you guys can hear it. Let's see. Can y'all hear it?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Let me know when y'all can hear it.
Month per person, 1,000 levels
good.
deep.
Okay, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Dominique Barbie, and I wanted to give you a quick representation of how the bill relief program for the Miracle System works and how you can get paid $100 to $1,725 per month per person, 1,000 levels deep, okay? All right, so this is specifically the compensation plan. First thing you need to know is there are 17 banks. Each bank you must go in order. So housing bank is $100 per month, taxes is $100, car expenses $100. All of these are $100 except for holidays is $25, hence $1,725, and retirement is $200, okay? So what that means is basically that there are 17 banks. If you come in with all 17 banks, that means that you own all the banks. You can come in with 1 bank, 2 banks, 3 banks, 4 banks, 5 banks, or et cetera, et cetera. If you came in with 3 banks, that would be $300 plus a $10 admin fee per month, okay? If you came in with 2, that would be $200, and so forth and so forth, okay? The reason you want to have banks is because, okay, you basically need at least 14 banks to go to the top of the list. If you come in with 17 banks, you automatically go to the top of the list. So let me explain on a whiteboard. First off, you will always see a person at the top of the list, okay? Let's name this person Joe, all right? This person is who everybody in this line pays. This is Joe's profit center. When you come in, you will pay whoever is at the top of the list, and you will go on the list. So it starts with you. Say, for example, you were the first person, right? Now you bring in 1 person. This can be from the rotator. This can be from Joe. This can be for someone above you. It does not matter. Now, we place one under the other. If you started off with 1 bank, all right, and your person came in under you, you will now have 2 banks, because every time a person falls underneath someone, everyone above them upgrades, okay? So now we have another person. Now, this person now has 1 bank because they paid $100, for example. This person has 2 banks, okay, because we add the bottom person's bank to everyone above to help everyone get to profit center 2. Okay, so this person has 2 banks and this person now has 3. We now bring another person. These are people who are coming in from the system, is coming in from people above you, or it's coming in from Joe or you. Now you have 4 banks. This person has 3, this person has 2, this person has 1. Now let's say somebody came in this line and they came in with 17 banks. This will boost everybody in the line to 17 banks. Okay. In order to get to the top of the list, which as you can see, Joe is making a lot of money here because everybody in this line is paying him 1,000 levels deep. It doesn't matter if it's 1,000 people in this line, they pay Joe. Wouldn't you want to be at the top of this list? Okay, right? The only way to get to the top of this list is you have to give at least one person to Joe's pay line, and you have to have at least 14 banks. As I showed you, that those people can come from people you brought in, or people from the system, or people from Joe. It does not matter. But remember, all these people following you helps you get more banks. The more banks you start off with, the faster you will get to the 14 bank criteria. Now, let's say you brought in this person. You have fulfilled your one person requirement, and you now have at least 14 banks, which you have 17 because somebody came in with 17 and boosted everybody up, which this happens a lot. A lot of people come in at 17 banks. Now let's go to line 2. Now you were in this line, meaning you pay Joe forever. And everybody in this line paid Joe forever. Think of it as kind of like jail for you, but mansion for Joe. Okay, everyone wants to get out of jail, and the rotator and the system will help you get out of jail, which is Joe's pay line. Now you'll still be paying Joe forever, but now you start your own where you at the top of the list. Now the next person who comes in, this is a separate profit center from Joe. This is your profit center. The next person that comes in pays you, all right? And that person is instructed to bring in at least one person, right? They pay you, and the same thing that happened for Joe happens for you, 1,000 levels deep. Okay, this can be 1,000 levels deep. So this is why people love this program, because they're getting their bills paid, right, and helping other people get their bills paid, right? So this can go on one getting one getting one. It goes on forever and it never stops because everybody is trying to get out of jail. So they're going to try to do whatever they need to do to get out of your line. Whether this person needs to bring in 3 people, one person, it doesn't matter. They are trying to get to at least 14 banks and put one person in. Now, if you start at all 17 banks, you skip all of this and you just go to the top of the list straight away. You don't have to give up anybody, okay? And the person who referred you will sometimes put a couple of people or so under you, depending on who you join, right, to start you up. So you can potentially not bring in anybody when you come in at 17 banks and continue to get paid forever, all right? $100 per month to $1,700 per month per person forever if you come in at 17 banks or if you make your way over to Profit Center. Okay. Usually when you come in, you will see a list, okay, of people, right? And your name will be on the list and you'll be able to see who's above you and the new people coming up. You'll be able to see how many banks you have at all time. You'll be able to see where you are in the rotator. You will be able to see how many people are being put under you daily, and we will help you with that. But that is the compensation plan all in one. You're getting paid $110 to $1,725 per person, and that is when you go to Profit Center too. So you have to either come in with 17 banks, or you have to go into the rotator and wait for your turn to go to the top of the list. It's very simple once you get, and most people learn as they go. But just think about it. There's nowhere else you can get $100 to $1,725 per month per person, 1,000 levels deep. That is so powerful, guys. And you can really, really become very, very wealthy with this program. There are no income guarantees, but I can just say this. There are people in their first month earning over $20,000 and people in their second month earning over $50,000. I'll just put it like that. Now, get back with the person who showed you this and get with the system, guys. Have a great day. Bye.
All right. So I want to go over really quick over some terms. So I talked about banks. Now a bank is basically, like I said, a product package. They're each $100, okay? And you can come in at any amount of banks. The more banks you come in with, the better, because that way that you get to the top of the line, okay? So the bank is basically a product package. Now the other term, okay, that you may need to know is the pay line, the funding center. The funding center is the line where somebody is always at the top and people are coming in. So if one person who gets one, I have a question to ask you if you're paying attention. When does this line end? Okay, if this person has to get one person, this person has to get one person, this person has to get one person, when does it end? When does it ever end? When does it stop one getting one? Does anybody know? Anybody know? Type in the chat.
Never.
Exactly. It never ends because one has to get one, This is called a line, a pay line. Okay, it starts with one getting one. All you're responsible for is getting your one and adding to the line. Now there's the payee is the person at the top of the line. This is the person who always gets paid. Okay, it's Joe, or do you want to be Joe? Do you want to be at the top of the line? Yes or yes? Yes, because don't you want to be getting paid all of this? Yes, but how do you get to the top? The only way to get into the top, which you go here, right? You're still in Joe's line, but now you have your own line too, where when people come in here, they pay you. Now the rotator, it helps boost up everybody in the line so that they go to the top. But if you want to skip to the rotator, you can just come in with $1,725. You skip everybody. You don't have to put one person in the line for the rotator. None of that, right? Okay, so I just want to make sure you understand you have a pay line. Your main goal in life is simply to get to the top so you can be getting paid 1,000 levels deep. If you multiply 1,000 times 100, what is that? And this is residual for any of my mathematicians. For any of the mathematicians.
A lot of money.
Huh?
A lot.
I can't hear it, but it's a lot.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's a lot.
Right, it's a lot. It's so powerful, man. You'll be waking up to payments. That's why the homeless guy who was on here, he called me. He said, "What do I do? Somebody just came in. They want to come in at 5 banks, and another one want to come in at 7." He said, "Who get that?" I said, "You, because that's your line." Because he made it to the top. Right? He was like, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yes." So it's super powerful once you get it. But I tell people, focus on getting your one. All right. Everybody knows one person who doesn't want to pay bills. Come on now. Everybody knows one person. Everybody. Right. So now that's the main breakdown of the compensation plan. Now I want to log into my back office real quick and I'll show you some of the products because we are fully legal. We do have products and services for everybody. Okay. And yeah. So let me log into my account, show you some of the products you get, or you can also hear from some of the people on here. Does anybody want to say something about it? We can go.
I've been waiting.
Okay, go.
This is Connie, by the way. Okay. I've been wanting to say this, and I kind of been leaving this part out because I didn't want to ruin nothing, but because I don't like to gloat about stuff too much, because I'm grateful for what I do have. Because like I said, I've been through a lot, and I've had my ups and downs in the business, and my life's been hard, but I've also had a lot of good times in my life. I don't like to gloat about a lot of stuff, but anyways, when Daz is my witness, I can testify. She can testify that when I made my 2K day, and my voice is still bad. I'm sorry, you guys. But anyways, when I made my 2K day, wasn't even a week prior, I had spoken to existence that I was going to make a lot of money and I was going to pull myself out of the bill debt that I was kind of in because of the crisis that we had the end of last year around Christmas time and stuff. Well, anyways, we had a lot of bad stuff happen with our daughter and stuff and just different things. And my daughter is doing a lot better now. But anyways, I spoke into existence that I was going to have a 2K day. I was going to make a lot of money, and it was going to happen for me. And I said it was going to happen before the end of the week. Well, as my witness and Dad, she can witness. I don't know if she's on here, but it wasn't even. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday that day. I'm pretty sure it was Thursday. But I had my 2K day, and I spoke into existence this week. Well, the same thing, that I was going to make a lot of money, that I was going to make money, and it happened. So, I mean, for everybody out there that, I know things sometimes are slow with bringing people in and you don't think you can do it. That is not possible, that people think it's scams. I get it too sometimes, but, it is possible. As long as you believe in yourself and you believe in the system and you're excited about it and you just share your testimonies and stuff with people eventually will come around. Things will get easier. Just don't give up and just keep the faith and just always speak into existence, I suppose, because everything happens for a reason, and I really truly do believe that. I'm done. I'm sorry.
Yes, good one. Thank you, Tanya, for that. You're doing absolutely amazing. I'm super excited for you. I want to see if we have Fred on here. Do we got Fred on here? Because Fred is on fire, guys. I don't know if he's on here, but if you on here, Fred, you can unmute your line if you want to say something. Let's see if Fred is on here. Fred, hello. I don't know. Is he on here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, what up, what up, what up?
Hey, Fred.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, check this out. Okay, I gotta tell people, man, this thing is on fire. Listen, when I came, I had spent a few $1,000s trying to figure out how to market. I've been online 10 years and I never quite figured it out because they would never tell you everything you needed to know. Man, I invested this money and went in the back office and started studying. Man, I am collecting loot like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, man. Y'all, I'm just saying, this is a great program. I'm glad I procrastinated 3 times. I kept telling the girl, oh no, I'm too busy. I got this going on. I got that going on. Man, okay, that's it, man. I'm too excited, man. Today I blew them out. I blew them out. Yeah, so I that's what it is. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe it. These are the coolest people. Everybody was helping everybody. It just was unreal, man. I couldn't believe it. I have to say it. So I'm gonna tell y'all, man, y'all really need to get in.
Awesome. Thank you, Fred. He's telling the truth. He actually, I think he denied the person who invited him to look at some information. He never had came on a Zoom before. He kept telling him no. I was actually put in a chat with him and the person who invited him, and she was talking and stuff. He left the chat. He didn't even say anything to me. He just was like, he left. He didn't say nothing to me, y'all. And he said, you know what, I'm gonna come to one of these Zooms. And he came to the Zoom and he was asking questions at the end. He got his questions answered. I was specifically talking to him on the phone. He said this specifically to me. He said, this stuff don't work. You know, I used to go out offline and talk to people. They never take to me. I don't like recruiting. I'm doing Forex. I don't have no time. If you know somebody I can pay to work my page, let me know, because I'd rather them do that. I'm just too busy. When I say he came in here, he went through the training, he went through the blueprint, he started following the blueprint. He messaged me, he said, oh my gosh, like everything you were saying is so true. It's so true. And I understand, this marketing thing now, I understand how it works. It's not about recruiting, y'all. It's not. It's about following a confirmation checklist, okay? It's following the strategy of people who are already doing it. He started to follow it, and he's doing great. I was shocked. I don't even know what to say about that. Who else we got on here? I'm just in shock about what's happening with people. I can't even believe it. We got homeless people making money. We got people on all type of people making money. And I said I was going to show my screen real quick. Let me show you the back office, because we do have products and services. So when you come in, you actually gonna get a back office, okay? And you just go to resources, okay? And getting started guide. I'm not gonna click the getting started guide because it has some private information that can't show on this webinar, but it has the 10K per month blueprint here. It has the secret training group that we have in there, and it has the strategy for that. And then once you go to products and training, hopefully I don't show no information while I'm clicking stuff. And you get a bunch of training, okay? Let me see if I can click the get started guide. I hope I don't show. Let me stop sharing real quick to see what you can see. Hopefully. I didn't want to show too much information, but it's a lot of products and training, guys. Hold on, I'll just click. All right, so let me share my screen back again because I was actually about to show some stuff I shouldn't have been sharing. So when you come back here and when you get started, you're gonna get a lot of training. Like Fred said, he paid thousands of dollars. They would not get to the point and tell people what to do. Okay, I've made almost $1 million online, and I said when I struggled for 2.5 years. I promised myself, I said, if I could just figure this out, okay, I promise that I'm going to show it to people who don't know what to do. And I've kept my word, and this miracle system has been about, and it's pretty much everything that I know that works. It takes out the stuff that don't work, and it puts in the stuff that do work. Okay, so you get the ads to post, okay? You get the tools that we use, the personal development. This is one of the most important things, I would say, because once you change your mindset, you change your life. Once you adopt the mentality of prosperity, okay, that is when you truly begin to win. You're gonna learn how to set goals. And I know some people don't want to set goals, but in reality, all successful people, they have their goals set, okay? You're gonna learn how to do profile profits. And if you come in at the 1725, you're actually gonna get the $1,000 to $5,000 plus per day recipe. We have another one coming out where it's a master closer training, okay? Estella's gonna be doing that video for you guys. She closed $50,000 deals, $100,000 deals. This is not just for the Miracle System program. You can use this training for any program, okay? Now, but even though some people have not went through this, they're still successful because one of our primary things that we have, guys, is the Zooms, okay? I don't believe Fred would actually be here if we didn't have this Zoom. I don't believe a lot of people who are in this right now would be here because in traditional marketing, you're sharing a video, you're sharing this and doing this, but if people don't see like live, sometimes real people having real results, sometimes they kind of steer away. So with the Zooms, we have them 6 days a week, guys. If anybody has any questions, just let me know. What can people do that's not on social media? If you don't like social media, okay, you can do offline. There's a strategy where a guy built an entire 100,000 people downline to over 100,000 people. He did it offline. Okay, some people like online, some people like offline, right? There's Craigslist, okay? Maybe you can do here a business card. I'm thinking that's a good question to ask. Yeah, so anybody else have any questions? All right, anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I got some questions for you.
All right, great.
Thank you very much for your time. Are we allowed to sponsor our spouses?
Yes, you are. You're a lot of couples come in, they sponsor their husband or their wife, and that qualifies them as their one. Okay, so now all they need is 14 banks to get to the top of that list. So yes, you can. You can do that. A lot of couples do that. Good question.
Okay, and what about taxes?
Okay, this is the thing. I love that you asked that because most people don't ask that. As far as taxes, this is what happens. So the company only collects a $10 admin fee per month. And what that gives you is, I didn't tell you this, guys, but when I was struggling for 2.5 years, the way that I made my first 6 figures is this. I learned how to do funnels. Okay, I learned how to set up a capture page. I learned how to do follow-up series, yada, 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 confusing stuff for most people, right? And I learned how to do that, and that's when I realized there's a method to the madness. So with the $10 per month with this system, it does all that for you. It gives you a capture page, and it gives you a follow-up series that 6-figure and 7-figure earners use, okay? That's already set up for you. Now, that's the $10 per month admin fee. It covers that. It covers your training, covers your back office. Now, as far as the $100 per bank, it's 17 banks, $100 each. right? That money goes to the members. The company does not touch members' money at all. That person who you saw at the list is the person who gets the money. So if you collect money in Bitcoin, you do not, don't quote me on this. You can talk to your tax account. You don't have to pay taxes on that if you do cryptocurrency. If you're doing cash to cash, all you have to do is let your tax person know your info, you know, give them the information. Or I mean, it's private. It's not connected to the government. The site is not connected to the government. It's not connected to anything. People do their own tax records. So I don't want to give any advice on air for anybody. I'm just saying.
Thank you. Another question, if I may, please.
Yes, of
If
course.
someone were to come in the full boatload, the 1725, the following month, if they wish to continue, would their payment be $110?
Okay, so that's a good question too. So this is the way that it works. If a person comes all in at 1725, okay, next month, right, they will have people, they didn't have to give anybody away. Everybody who comes under them, they keep. So that money, they can use the money, some of the money that came from the profits of the people falling under them to pay that $1725 per month, or they can choose to pay $100 per month. If they choose to pay $100 per month, anybody who fell in their line, say for example, they have 10 people at 100, they have 5 people at 1,700. If they pay $100 per month next month, they get to get $100 per month per person in their downline. But anything else, it passes up to the sponsor. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry. Can you go over it one more time, please?
Yes. Okay. So if you pay $1725 the next month, the $1725 comes from your downline members, basically the people who fell under your line, and when you first came in. Okay, it comes from the downline members. So you use the profits that you make for that $1725. You can choose to just pay $100 if you want to, but anybody who fell under you, if they pay $200, if they pay $300, the excess of $100 outside of the $100, the rest goes up. Okay.
Okay, that part I understand. Thank you. What is our methods of paying? In other words, the person that invited me to this, that's the individual I would pay my money to every month?
Yes, yes. And you discuss, this is the cool thing, it's member to member. So it's kind of like a bartering system. If somebody want to pay you in bottles, they can pay you in bottles. If they want to pay you in coins, they can pay you in gold. However the person you two communicate with each other, it's basically like a bartering system. If they have Cash App, use Cash App. Whoever you got to pay, you just have to make a communication with them. They put their payment information in the back office to let you know. But if you can't use that, you guys can come to an agreement like Walmart to Walmart, or check, or bank. It's between everybody. It's between you two.
Very good. So what you're telling me is that the $1725 would be the maximum amount you would pay every month. Anything beyond that, 1,000 levels deep, you would keep.
Yeah, yes. Everything else you keep. Yep, you got it.
So eventually you want to get to the point where you're paying the full $1725 a month.
Of course, because you're gonna have 1,000 levels deep of people, and
yeah.
That's a lot of money. You get it. I think you get it. Who invited
Dominique, I have a question.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I have a question.
Yes.
My question is, I understand it's one getting one, but what if I get my one, but they don't have their one, but I have two?
Yes. Oh, that's a good question.
Should I give my one, or should I just come in with two? And I'm talking about just one bank.
Okay, so if you come in with one bank, right, you're gonna have you bring in your one. Remember, you in somebody's. If you don't come in with 1725, you're in somebody else's pay line. So that one person who you bring in goes to them. Okay, and that means that once you bring in your one, you're gonna have two banks now. And remember, the people above you and the people below you, they're all trying to get their one. So it can add up to the point where you now got 5-10 banks because of the people coming in one under one, right? So you just bring in your one, and once you get to 14 banks, okay, you go up to the top of the line, okay? But if you bring in two and you don't have 14 banks, you have to give that second person to the person at the top.
So would it be better to give my second one to my one?
You can if you want to. If you want to help them out and say, okay, you can't find nobody or something like that, just to help them. But they don't follow you, so you just really just helping the person who at the top get paid. They don't follow you, so it's up to you.
Okay. So I bring in one, they bring in one. I thought the one that they bring in comes to me.
It's you can't you only get paid when you go to the top of the list. But if you
Okay.
yeah, it's somebody else getting paid. That's how people make so much money. It's all that leverage.
So I might as well just keep both of my ones.
Well, you got to give up one.
I'm just saying, I might as well bring them both in instead of
Yeah,
giving one away.
you can. It's up to you, but you really trying to get to the 14 to 17 banks. That's your main motive that you really try to do, so you can get to the top as fast as possible. You're trying to get out of jail, basically.
Right. So what's going to help me faster? Bringing in 17 people?
Right. If you bring in, this is one of the things. If you bring in 3 people, you can jump out of the line if it depends on who the top of your payment. If you talk to the person at the top, say, hey, let me bring in 3 people and let me go to my own profit center, right? You can do that. But if you do that and somebody come in at 1725, you have to split the difference because you're not at 17 banks yet. That makes sense. Yeah. So you can get out of there by bringing in 3 people. You can get out of there by paying 1725. You can get out of there by the rotator helping boost you up. It's multiple ways. So
is the rotator random?
It's
nobody controls the rotator.
The rotator is the person that Joe guy who I showed you the picture of. Is Joe bringing in people because he making so much money. You think he gonna stop telling people about it? He gonna keep on shooting people. It's Joe who's at the top leader. It's the people above you. You may not see people above you, but then it could be people above you. They trying to get they one, remember, and it's one going under the other like a force matrix, and then it's you. So it's all those 3. One getting one is Joe and you. All is the manifestation of the rotator. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Good question.
I have a question.
Yes.
So say if you get to your 17 banks before you bring your one person in, do you still fall underneath? You can't branch out until you bring your one person in?
Correct. Good question. Yep. You can't do anything until you bring in your one because that makes it fair, because it'll be completely unfair for a person to just come in and the rotator just boost them all the way up and they did nothing and then they start collecting money. That will stop the rotator. That keeps the rotator going, because if a person sees 17 banks and they know all they got to do is get one more person, they're gonna find that person because they want to get paid. You see what I mean? So that keeps it going on forever.
Okay, I have another question. So say if you come in at one bank, you pay $100 to come in, but say if and you're only at like 2 banks, like later on down the line, can you buy more banks to up your banks or?
Right. Yes. Anybody can buy banks at any time.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Dominique?
Yes.
Eugene here. How you doing? I just heard that gentleman earlier, and he was asking who does he pay, and I believe he said that his sponsor. I just want to clarify that he's paying the person at the top of the line and not his sponsor.
Well, if that's Eugene, wouldn't that be you, right?
No, I mean just the gentleman that was asking a question earlier. I just want to make sure I clarify that.
Oh, right. You're right. Yes, it's the person at the top. Whoever. Oh, he did ask that. If you the guy who asked earlier, who did you pay that 1725 to? It will be the person at the top of the line. If I don't know if your sponsor is at the top of the line yet, that's why I say your sponsor. But if your sponsor is not at the top of the line, you won't pay your sponsor. You'll pay somebody else.
That's what I meant. I just wanted to make sure we clarify that.
Thank you, Eugene. You're right. Yes, that's true. It's everybody always pay the person at the top of the line, and everybody who falls under the person at the top of the line, they code it to them forever. They do not follow whoever brought them in when they go to the top of the list. That's why a lot of people come in at 1725, because they don't want to give up their people, because that's more leverage. So
Dominic, I'm the gentleman that asked that question. If my sponsor is not at the top of the line, how do I find out who to send the money to?
they'll tell you. Your sponsor should know. Everybody always knows who at the top.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay. Very good.
It might be them. We just don't know. So
I understand. And how often can we expect the rotator to place people in our line?
It depends on the person who's at the top. It depends on the people who are above and below, and it depends on your sponsors. Three boosters to help people. So it's we don't know exact time frame. There's no exact time frame, to be honest, but we know it is working very, very well for people. Some people do it in a day. Some people do it in 3 days. Some people do it in a week. It just depends on what's going on. So
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have another question. So when you get to the top of the line, do you become the head person, can your sponsor or do you work on getting people, or is there help? Is somebody helping you get people? Say if you struggle to get that one person and then you finally got that one person and then you get to the top of the line and you are the head, can you say, okay, I need help bringing people in? How does that work? How does that process?
You just talk to the person who invited you, Monique?
Shauna Lisa.
Oh, she a boss. You just talk to her, honey. Just talk to her. Just ask her, pretty much. And yeah, but the blueprint, you don't really need help from anybody, to be honest. If you follow on the blueprint and if you invite people to the webinars, we do most of the work for you. We don't teach people explaining a lot of stuff to people. I don't teach that. I teach people don't explain much of anything. The less you say, the more you make. And just bring people to the webinars and the replay, and then if they got questions, you just get to do a 3-way with somebody who knows it. That way a person can legitimately come in, know nothing, and make money. Just like that homeless guy, just like I know Stella's on here, she made almost $20,000 in 13 days, and she really didn't even understand everything. She just made sure that she invited people, and she did not explain much, and she let people who've been in do all the explaining. So that's how we get so much duplication.
Okay, and another question. I'm sorry, I'm full of questions tonight. As far as the I had the question, I was right there. Okay, so say if you're not at your 17 banks, just hypothetically speaking, I'm not speaking into existence, I'm just asking a question. Say if you're not in 17 banks, but your 30 days or your next month comes up, do you have to pay that $100 every month, or is it when you get to your 17 banks
it's $100 a month, which creates a sense of urgency for people to make sure they don't just come in and just sit there and wait. And most people they put a move on things and they get their one pretty fast, because it's billions of people who don't want bills. It's real easy. Yeah, it's not a hard sell or anything. So I don't think you will have that problem, Monique, honestly. If you follow the blueprint like a lot of people on here, I don't think you have that problem. I think you just never seen our blueprint, and I think you probably just never work with type of people like us. But once you get in, especially working with Shauna Lisa, I know who invited you. You're gonna be straight. I'll put it like that.
Okay, and then do we kind of because I'm still learning the back office. So as far as your payment method, should I get with her to find out how to set that up, or is there a certain spot on your back office that shows you where to put that, or you don't worry about that until you get to the top?
Right, you just log in, go to, oh wow, sorry, I just got thrown off. You just go in the back office and click profile, and it's gonna ask you, how would you like to get paid? And then you just type in, how would you like to get paid? Because the company don't take nobody money except $10. So everybody else have to write down how they want to get paid. Go to profile. It's instant pay when it's time for you to get paid. It's daily pay when it's time for you to get paid. And I want to give a special shout out to Pablo. He just had a 3,060 day, over $3,000 day. All right, and he's absolutely amazing. Congratulations to Pablo. Wow, and he had an operation. He was going through surgery and he was in a lot of pain, and he was still pushing forward, and he made over 3,000. He just signed up within a week, in a week, and he's doing that. So he's probably gonna be at $100,000 per month. I wouldn't be surprised. So yes.
Do that.
Dominique.
He's on the 17. He came in at the 1725 level, and he put a lot of people on the Zoom, and that's how he did it. He don't explain it, and he just put people on the Zoom and let the Zoom do all the work. And the group that we have, that's what he did. So.
Hey, Dominic, it's Andrea.
Yes. Hey.
I actually don't have a question. I just wanted to let Monique know. Listen, girl, I just got in on Saturday. On Sunday, I was qualified with 17 banks, and today I had my first person that I passed up, and I'm now at the top of my line. And I have not even, so 6 days, I have not even gone through everything in the back office yet. All I've done is went through the training group on Facebook. I grabbed a couple of links. I got some links sent to me from Barbie, the compensation plan. My person who, Bridget Hawkins, who invited me, she sent me some stuff. And all I did is I just sent out probably about 150 emails, and I made some posts on Facebook. It's amazing. You know, I'm now at the top. Now everything is going to start coming to me. 6 days. I'm excited, and so don't you worry. You just take your time, follow the blueprint, and just keep moving, because you're going to get there.
Yes.
So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Dominique,
Yes.
is some of the website and some of the parts of the website down? Because I have a member that's trying to access the training part and certain parts of the back office, and he says that every time he clicks on something, they're not working, they're not loading.
He must isn't he might not have gotten approved.
Okay. No, he hasn't. He just come in with me last night. That's
yeah, honey, that's why.
That's why, right?
Yeah, posting the approval Telegram chat that his payment of the $10 in a screenshot, okay, and yes, and then he'll get approved. That's why he can't see anything, because
I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. All right. Thank you.
Good. Perfect.
Hi,
Glad.
Dominic. This is Olivia.
Hey, Olivia.
Hi. I want to know, once you get to the second, I'm gonna call it the second leg. How do I send you? I want to pay the yearly. I guess it's $110, right? Or $20, something like that.
No, it's 100. It's just 100.
Oh, where do I send that to?
You could send it. You got Cash App?
Yes.
Okay, well, just send me a message after that, and I'll send you the Cash App information.
Okay, how do I send you a message?
On Facebook. You don't got my Facebook?
I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah, just take my Facebook down. Yeah. Yes.
Watching the videos and reading all the chats and learning from everybody.
I know, it's pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool.
It's like a whole new life.
It is. It is a whole new life. A lot of people, they get a big sense of family. I think of everybody as family. And we're just a really good community of people. Somebody said, can an ex-felon join? Anybody can join who can pay. Okay?
I have a question.
Yes.
I was wanting to know, if we came in with 17 banks, will we still have to pay a monthly fee?
Yeah, everything is monthly, because everything you get paid is going to be monthly.
Okay, so if I come in at 17 banks, then I would just be paying $1,700 a month.
Right. But you don't have to pass up anybody. You start collecting the profits from everybody who come in, and you get the leverage. So most of the time when people come in at $1,725, that money comes from their downline. So example, you have one person come under you at $1,725, that covers everything. That's most of the time how it happens. So you don't have to worry about a monthly fee at that point.
Okay, but that is the best thing to do, is to come in at 17 banks.
I think it's the smartest thing you could ever do, to be honest. I know that most of the people who come in at $1,725, I don't know what it is, but some reason they make money faster, because this is why. people do what you do. That's what I believe. People do what you do. And if you come in at 1725, they're going to ask you, what level did you come in? And if you say 1725, you should come in at 1725. If they have it, they will do it. And that happens to me a lot. All I say, I just have people come to the webinar, right? And then at the end, they ask me, tell me what they want to do. And they say, what did you do? I say the best option, the best bang for your buck is 1725. And then I put 2 or 3 people under them. And then I get them rolling and they're happy. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So who invited you, Elizabeth? I think that was you talking, Elizabeth. Uh-oh. Did it freeze?
I think she had a
I think she got
mishap.
cut off. Yeah, I think she got cut off because I heard her say, "Oh no."
Yeah, I think she had a mishap. But
yeah.
While I got the mic, somebody said something about ex-felon. Well, ex-felon voice right now, so don't even worry.
Oh, see there? See? Yeah. Anybody? Yep.
I was in prison almost 3 years ago. I got out of prison over 2.5 years ago.
Wow.
And since I met Dominique Bobby, my
you cut off at the end. I think
I was saying since I met Dominique Bobby, my life hasn't been the same. We just met online a few months ago in a different opportunity, and she came in and dominated week. She just is a magnificent leader, and I follow her to the end of the world.
Oh, thank you. Let's get this money.
Hey, Dominique.
Works if you work.
Hey, Dominique.
Yeah.
You keep forgetting to tell them about the bonuses, man.
What's the bonus?
For the people, I'll get to the bonuses, but for the people who reach that second tier, right? You get out on your own island. You're making all the cake. You got to make sure that you keep discipline, right? We're all working together. We're all having fun, but you also have to keep that professional discipline, okay? So you know what your rent is next month. You know what your light bill is next month, gas bill. You also have to know your business expenses, okay? And so one thing you want to keep in mind that this movement is so powerful with the leverage that even somebody that can come in with $100, okay, can get boosted up to the top, start collecting money, and actually go into the next run at a higher tier than what they would have been at the beginning. And so that's powerful. You understand? That's powerful. And that can happen as fast and, as it comes. So one thing about the bonuses, though, guys, we got the $100 free. You can claim your bonus Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, when you join up. So that's pretty amazing. And I actually have 2 young, bright ladies who are going for their cloud practitioner with our partnership with Amazon Web Services. And that's going to automatically put them in the front of this new digital world. $150,000 a year salary minimum is what these large corporations are like hawking for people, right? With those credentials. And I'm getting swamped on LinkedIn. It's just like, I'm like, wow, all these top 100 companies are just like, hey, can you send us a resume? Hey, I think you'll be interested in what we got going on over here in the cloud. You should talk to us. It's like madhouse. And that's when we're talking about helping people solidify their futures, get their children that's going into high school. We're saving people $87, okay, minimum $66,000. Even for we found a course for IT, okay, it was $66,000, and it was at Purdue for 10 months. Can you imagine spending 60-something plus $1,000 going into debt? Y'all know we go into debt to go to school, right? Okay. Can you imagine spending that over 10 months just to get these high-paying jobs that are coming out in the future? All right. So get with the flow, ladies and gentlemen. Stay in peace, not in pieces. Dominique, I love to hear boo.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you, Carrie, too. Thank you. Yes, I just saw Roshni on here. Can you hear me, Roshni? I wanted to tell what happened with her before we get off of here. I got Roshni on here. Can you unmute yourself? Tell them what happened to you.
Hi.
Hey. I found you.
Yes, well, with me, honestly, I have been, I lost my job last year, August. I tried a couple of businesses that did not work. I had no income coming in. When I think someone sent me the video or I saw a live, I reached out to Bobby and I told her, I said, you know what, honestly, I just have literally $220 in my name. I had no income coming at all. I said, you know what, I'm so scared to take the chance because I took a couple of chances and I lose my money. And I really didn't want to lose this because, I mean, what would happen to me if it didn't work? She said, you know what, I promise you it's going to work. So I thought of it for the night. I looked at the videos all night. I didn't sleep. Every time I look at the video, I keep getting more excited about it. The next day, I said, you know what, I'm going to take the chance. I took the chance, and within, I think it was Thursday night, by Friday night, I came in with $110. By Friday night, someone came in and bought the whole bank, so it automatically upgraded me to go in the profit center. I was working really hard, and I think like Wednesday, I got my first $100. And from since then to now, I didn't make much, but you know what? For me, 300 right now is a whole lot, and I can see I'm doubling that every couple of days.
Ooh, yes. Hey, that is so amazing. It's so crazy because she did message me. Let me tell you what she said, y'all. Because today she posted on her wall. It was so sweet because she said she can take her son, out to eat in some fine restaurants because they was eating like scraps and stuff. I don't want to put all your business out, but I just need people to hear that because there's some people who just don't believe in themselves, and some people don't think it's they don't think it's real. But Roshni, though, she didn't come in and just sit there and look at the computer screen. Let me make that clear. She was the type of person who wanted to help herself, okay? And once she realized that she was a leader and she realized that she controls her own destiny, it was like something in her just snapped. And she just began to just speak and say, I'm a leader. But she said, I really don't have the money. And she said, I can't get people to join. She said, this is before she even joined, she said this. This when I realized she was speaking that into existence, but she didn't know it. And she said, all the money I have is in my bank is $220. I only have $200. I was hoping if I use the 110 to come in, I thought I might be able to get it back in the 3 days. And I don't know if people will be able to join me. I don't then I might be able to convince people to join because my friends and family, they know my situation and this and all type of stuff. She got a child to feed. She said, but thanks anyway. She was just like, forget it, but thanks anyway. She was thinking like, I'm not going to do it. And she says, she messaged me the next day. She said, you know what? I'm going to just take a chance and do it. And now she made $300 in a short time frame. And I'm super proud of her. It's just going to keep growing. And the crazy part is, did you know that 97% of people who try to make money online or try to do entrepreneurship, they don't make more than $400 in a month? Did you know that? That means she has just became in the top 3%. Okay, top 3%. And this is not even a month. This is less than a month, guys. That's it. And she's doing this. I'm super, super excited. Chanel, she didn't get on here and say nothing, but listen, Chanel's almost at $5,000 per month in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something very, very short time frame. She was in another company, and she told me on her first day, she brought in 29 people into that company. She said she made more with this in the past 2 to 3 weeks than she did in the entire year with that company. Let me put it like that. Because of the way that this is set up, it's set up for people to make money very fast if they want to help themselves, okay? So if you are the type of person who is a leader, okay, and you want to win and you want to prosper, right, then I recommend that you go. Whoever invited you, type in the chat who invited you. Matter of fact, I want to see who invited everybody. If you just type in the chat who invited you, guys, type in the chat who invited you. If you can hear me talking and somebody invited you. Somebody said Fred, okay, Janice, Devon, D, okay, great, Clyde, Nikki, Janice, okay, good, 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 right. So everybody should know who invited them. What is your next step? Your next step is to make a decision. The first step in prosperity is making that decision. You have to make sure that you decide that you want to prosper, okay? I want you to say, I decide right now that prosperity is for me personally. I decide right now that prosperity is for me personally. If you have not made that decision, I need you to make that in your spirit today, tonight. And I believe that this can truly transform your life if you allow it. So whoever invited you, simply message them and say, I'm ready to join, okay? I want to get started. I want to come in at 17 banks. Everybody on here come in at 17 banks, okay? I'm really laughing like, everybody got to come in at 17 banks? Ah! Listen, come in at 17 banks if you can, but if you can't, come in with 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. If you only got enough for one, that's fine, but I highly recommend the 17 because it's the best bang for your buck. Get in where you fit in if you can, okay? And just let them know. Oh, congratulations, Irene. She's coming at the $1,725 level. Everybody give a clap. Irina, is it Irina? Congratulations, girl. Hey. She said, I decided, yes. She said, I decided that prosperity is for me. I decided that prosperity is for me personally. And if you invited somebody to this webinar, make sure we always teach follow up with your people, and everybody who was invited, follow up with the person who invited you. Everybody know what to do. Everybody got homework, okay? So I will
Excuse me, Dominic.
Yes.
Bridget had a quick question. She's driving, so she can't talk. She has her line muted. She wants to know if we can still sign up for the $100 Bitcoin document that Aaron had posted in the group, and she wanted to know if you could explain that a little bit.
Yeah, I have a video. It's like 4 minutes. I'll send it to her. But all you gotta do is sign up. She's gonna get a link. You just sign up for the link and upload your ID and your photo. They're gonna give you free $50 in Stellar cryptocurrency. And then you follow the next link and you take a quiz. It's only a minute and it's only one question. You get a free $10 and then you get a free $50. Okay. So she'll know what I'm talking about once she get that video.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
She said thank you.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Miss Olivia, I have one more question. Sorry.
Yes.
After I pay the $100, when they send the 110, all that goes to me? Since I'm paying $10 already?
Oh, no. That's just the admin fee, so you don't have to remember to pay the $10. But they send you the $100 still, or the $17.25. They still send you that.
But I'm saying without me getting the $10, without people coming in, once I reach the top, I can just pay you the $100, right? Or I have to wait for the first person to come in, me to get the.
Oh no! Oh, you don't pay it to me. Are you on your Profit Center too, Olivia, or where are you?
I'm just getting to Profit Center too, so I'm trying to get some understanding.
Oh, okay. So you pay $100. They pay you $100 or $1,700 and $1,725, and then they send the $10 admin fee.
Oh, they send it to you.
Yeah. Or you can take the money and then you send it to me. It don't matter, or send it to whoever, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you paid $100 for the year, you just don't have to remember to pay your $10 a month, because some people, they don't feel like remembering. And yeah.
Now that's for my personal $10 a month that I'm paying.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Not the people that's coming in. That's what I was confused about.
Yeah, they pay that. If they want to do the 100 for the year, they pay that themselves.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. I understand that.
You're welcome. Good. All right, guys, that's all for now. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Okay, you too.
Bye.